Okay, so they say, oh, I'm afraid of cars that are terribly hot. Perfect. We have a car that is just like what you want, a car that's not hot. Or a car that has a beautiful car audio system in which you were just saying you liked. So basically, you're not telling them something they didn't know. And yet, at the same time, you're telling them what they want to hear. Yes, buy the car because the car has all the things that I need. Okay? They probably won't even notice you are using their exact words. They'll just feel uncomfortable contradicting what they said because nobody likes to feel stupid. Okay? So, if they think what you're saying is not really right, but then again, it's something you have said earlier onwards to them, they won't, what? They won't say no, or they won't have anything against you, because they would be talking against themselves. Now, and find it easier to agree. This is the power of subliminal persuasion. Would anybody like to also contribute a very good example of subliminal persuasion? Anyone? Thomas, would you like to try? The meaning or an example of subliminal persuasion. Some fine examples, okay, of subliminal persuasion. I'm going to wait a bit for people to type out their contributions. Okay, I'm going to wait 2 minutes for people to type out their examples. Okay? Basically, what did I just say? I just said I'll give you 2 minutes to write out your suggestions. Maybe some people aren't even planning to write anything. But because I said, okay, I'm giving you 2 minutes to write out what you're saying, meaning what? I'm not going to talk for the next 2 minutes because I'm waiting for you to write. So in a way, I am telling you, this is subliminal persuasion in a way, because maybe I'm hoping for more interaction in my special sessions instead of just me talking. So in a way, I am just, what? Persuading you in a non-direct way. Okay? I'm not ordering you to write something, but I'm saying I'll wait for 2 minutes while you write something. Okay? Would you like to hang out with us Saturday or Sunday? You don't need to buy the dress, but you can try it on. That's a very good one, Amanda. Okay, Roger, I don't understand the point, but nice try. Amanda, that's a very good one. You don't need to buy that dress, but you can try it on. Okay? Or you can also say what? You won't regret buying the dress, but then you won't regret too much either if you don't buy the dress. But please feel free to try it on. Depending on the order of what you are saying to the client, it normally determines the outcome, believe it or not. Because again, the reason to why they are coming to you is because they want something from you, but they just don't know how to start. So basically, you have to control. Using that control wisely will basically help you land, I would say, more than 60% of all the sales that you're trying to sell, believe it or not. Because the people would come to a salesperson because they want to buy something. People go to car dealerships because they want to buy a car. So if you take good control of that power you have, the ability or the upper hand, you can pretty much sell anything, if possible. Okay, if possible. Exactly. Breakfast store owners, okay, would always ask you, would you want 1 or 2 eggs, even though you didn't even say you wanted an egg. Maybe you just want a ham and cheese sandwich. There's no egg in ham and cheese sandwich. And they would ask you, do you want an egg or 2 eggs? Very smart. Okay, very good contribution, Jasmine. Thank you. Now, when you negotiate, it is extremely important to be subtle and to give the client what they want. Now, when is your next business negotiation? Think about how you will apply the techniques mentioned in this session in your next business dealings. Okay? Now, what are some very common techniques, business-wise? Okay? When you're talking about a deal, instead of selling something, but when you're in a deal or when you're in a merger, okay, what are some of the techniques that you would use? Anyone? Would anybody like to contribute? Share with us, okay, some words that you have said before, okay, some words that you have tried before, or methods that you have tried before. Customer satisfaction comes before everything? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Okay? A lot of the times we believe that the consumer is above everything. But then again, sometimes the reason to why the consumer is a consumer is because they don't have the choice to decide. Okay? If there are no Walkmans, do you think any consumer would want to buy a Walkman? If there are no computers made for them to buy, do you think any consumers would want to buy a computer or make one themselves? Not exactly. Okay? So I don't think consumers always comes first. They are extremely important, yes, but they don't always come first. Again, the reason to why anybody would come to you if you're selling your product is because they know you can provide them with something that they want. Okay? That's why they're coming to you and you're not coming to them. Okay? Now, what are some other explanations or some other useful techniques that you have used before? Bring a demonstration or a working sample.